In today's video, we are going to see if we can turn this into an off-road track where we can test our builds like the truck and quads and everything else. So stay tuned. We're going to be clearing land. We're going to be moving some dirt, and we are going to be figuring out how to make jumps and how to do it all. So I've got tractor started here, and we're gonna, I know in previous videos I talked about it, we're gonna run this way up to a berm, up to a jump, but before all that I've cleared brush here. I've got a bunch of it there, and I'm gonna burn some of it. So yeah, this is day one starting the track build. This is gonna be a multi-part series. It's gonna take some time, but I think it should be interesting, and yeah, we'll be able to test out the truck. I mean, shoot, we had the truck in the air at Dirt Fest, and I wanna, have my own spot to do some of that and test some more builds. I've got some ideas for some challenges and stuff to do on the track, but this is gonna be step one. So, well, it's raining now, which is great for burning brush, and I got all that to burn, but it's not so great for me working in it. But it'll be okay. So I'm looking at the layout here, and we're gonna come in this way. That's where we're gonna come from. And then I'm looking at, there's tree there. I don't want to take out the big trees, but like these little trees here are gonna have to come out. But I'm thinking, let's get all the way up here. So, try not to fall. I'm thinking here, we're gonna come in that way and sneak around these two trees, take this dirt and move a bunch back and make our berm back here on the back side of these two trees, and then it's going to come down into a jump over there. So I've got a lot of dirt to move. I might get the backhoe over here and use that to start moving some dirt too. I got a little more brush to clear out in this section. Once we get all of the brush cleared from over there up here, then I'll start moving the dirt to get it to make that berm. So yeah, I'll pick you guys up in a little bit, but checking in, we made some big progress on the track. Here's my brush pile. It has tripled in size. I've been burning here, but I've got a lot more to burn. But I've got a lot of the brush cleared. I'm starting to move dirt, and also, I don't know if you can see it there, we got some deer hanging out. They're just chilling, wondering what the heck's going on. All of that was out of this gravel pit at one point. So that's going to move. There's going to be a berm right here. And then, let me jump up here, and I'll kind of show you my angle here. But we're going to come up, berm here, come from this way, and then we're going to turn and get heading directly that way. And right about there is what I'm thinking. It's going to be the first jump. I think I'm going to make just a tabletop there, because you're going to jump, go over, and then you're going to end up making a left turn after that. So it'll probably, and I don't know, I mean, maybe it's such a thing that we do the berm on this level and still have this drop, because I mean, this is probably a 6 or 8 foot drop here. By the time it's all said and done, we're probably, well, I guess probably more like 4 foot. But drop right in, be able to gain some speed, and I'm thinking right at the edge of this hole, right there, It's going to be where the face of the jump is. We're going to come in, come up tabletop. That's going to run us over to here. It's not going to be a huge tabletop, but it should be enough to get some air and get over. And then that'll come there, you know, maybe the edge is here, and then back down, and it'll come this way and make a left-hand turn. But once I get heading this way, there's so much more brush to clear. So really my focus right now is I'm gonna get that jump done and then start on the berm. So this first part of the track will be done, and then it's gonna come this way, kind of come up and go that way. Unless I do something here where I gotta come up, but I think I'm just gonna keep right coming this way. Maybe carve this out and put a little bit of a berm, because it is quite a drop there. But then we're gonna come straight back and go that way and dip back down and around. So that's kind of my little update on the track. I'm gonna roll a time lapse of moving some dirt. I'm gonna try to get this jump done in this video, and I'm thinking of starting to move the dirt for the berm. But I mean, once I get the jump kind of set up where I like it, the tabletop, I can come out here with my quad and I can test it and see. I can roll it, see what I like, what I don't like, and that'll give me a good gist of how it's gonna feel. You know, I don't want anything insane, but I do want stuff that you can hit, get some air, and it just be a nice, smooth, consistent speed. Not something that you have to slow way down on the track to hit, or something that you are wide open, can't barely get enough speed, you know, and clear. I want something that I can clear in the truck, and you know, I think it'll work out that way. I don't think I'm gonna make any, there's not gonna be any like gaps or anything. They're all gonna be either tabletops or maybe a step up at some point. But yeah, that's my plan right here. Start in this way and head right down that way. So I will cut to the time lapse and start moving some more dirt. Wrapping it up for today on the track, at least my day, not this video, but got the tractor parked, and then I decided to keep this drop here. This obviously is far from done, and actually looking at it, I got it a little sideways from what I wanted it to. So yeah, this ain't gonna work how I wanted it to be. But that's the face. I was hoping to come around here, come down, and I guess I wanted to hit it kind of straight. But right now, I'm gonna have to come down and kind of angle that way. So we need to clock the face a little more straight with this downslope. But yeah, we'll go down, hit that. Yeah, I didn't realize how crooked that actually was until I stood up there, and I didn't stand up there before. But I kind of started packing down this face a little bit so that you can get up it. But there's a lot of dirt here. and it's obviously not going to be super long. I mean, I'll probably end it like here, move all this dirt this way, but then there was a hole here. I kind of filled that in. That's going to be the run out, but it needs to be over here. This is more straight from that, so everything from here needs to come over, and we need to turn the face of that jump a little bit to get it straight, because I don't want to be coming out of that corner, going down that dip, and then have to turn. I mean, I don't want to come off the face of this crooked, and I just think that would cause for a whole slew of issues. But I think once we get that moved around, that this is kind of a decent size. The run up is all, it's hard to see, but it's all jaggedy, so I'll make it flat, but I think that's about the size that I'm gonna go. That's probably, standing here, I bet you that's 5 or 6 foot up. And then, I mean, that'll hopefully be a nice transition up and over it. Be able to jump it nice, but that's all I got for today. It's starting to get dark, so I'm gonna go home, rest, and then hit it again tomorrow. Hopefully get this tabletop done. Looking at it from the side, I think it's probably gonna end somewhere right in there, so bring all that dirt up here. But yeah, that's all I got for today, and I'll pick you up tomorrow. We're back out here once again. I did some more work in between off camera. I got the face of the jump turned so it lines up with that. I worked on the truck too, so after Dirt Fest, he saw we broke the wishbone in the center, so that's all fixed. Got a new drive shaft, and then I did some work to the exhaust. There's a couple more things I see I gotta do, but yeah, here's the exhaust is tucked up under there. It doesn't hit that wishbone anymore. I had a machine shop custom make a drive shaft, and yeah, so the truck is all good. I've been working on this jump and getting it all set up. I need to add more dirt here. The top of the jump is gonna end, you know, here, the tabletop, so it'll come off and go down. So I need to add a couple more foot on this side here, and then that'll be good. I've been slowly working away. I've been scraping dirt from here and pushing it up there, and then I got all that dirt that I'm gonna move over to here, and it should be a nice big, or not too big, but at least a nice tabletop. And then after that, we'll probably start working over there where the truck's at and get that berm done. But I'm just gonna keep on a time lapse and keep moving dirt and packing this thing in so that it's all good to go. So I will cut to that. Just like that, it is time to test the new tabletop. I brought the quad out, and that is what we're gonna test on before we do anything with the truck. Make sure the jump is right, flows smooth, everything like that. So we are rolling in with the quad, and we're gonna see what happens. First jump I've ever built, so who knows how this could go, but let's jump right into it. not too bad. I came up to it and I hit it in second. I can go a little bit faster, but it felt good, so we'll see what this one does. I'll go a little faster. All right, so what I learned out of those, I did 3 jumps back to back. What I learned is here, this takeoff, and I don't know, this was just an oversight when I built it, didn't even really pay attention to it. The takeoff is shorter than the landing, and then once I get to the landing side, it actually, there's quite a lip here. So what's happening is I'm coming off the takeoff here and my back tires are hitting this landing and it's bucking it forwards on me. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take and probably take some of the dirt off of the lip here, make it a little smoother to roll out, and then probably add just a little bit of that dirt on this side, make the face of the jump just a little bigger, but the landing smoother to roll out. So that's going to be the plan right now. I will do that quick and then we'll do some more testing and go from there. But I'm going to do that, try and get that done before the sun goes down, and I'll pick you up from there. So we just moved some dirt around the old tractor over there. Don't mind the bucket in the air. I'm using that as a tripod for one of the shots. But we took some of the dirt from that side, put it to this side, made a little bit more of a lip over here, and then on the downside we took that lip away. So now it's pretty smooth. There's not like a drop off. But I made this side a little bit more of a lip and the other side a little bit smoother, you know, so it really, neither one is as extreme as it was, like the lip, but it's a little bit smoother, should work better. I'm going to test hit it on the 4-wheeler, and yeah, it should be a lot better, and then we'll go from there. So okay, that was another round of 3 jumps. After shaping that jump and making the landing smoother, take off a little bit more aggressive, it's way better. It feels night and day difference. You don't come over and buck. So I mean, that's kind of that with the jump, the tabletop for right now. I think that's going to be all for today's video. We took the quad over it and it's shaped up pretty good. I've got the truck sitting here, but currently, let me get you off the stand here. So currently I am working on a berm here, which this is the drop. We're gonna have this berm coming across down into this drop, up into the tabletop. So I'm gonna wait for that berm to be done so that I can hit it in the truck at the speed that it's gonna be hit at. I just don't think, I mean maybe, but I don't think starting from dead stop there, coming up here, I don't think I'll get enough speed. But stay tuned for the next video. We're gonna jump the truck in the next video on this jump. So make sure you subscribe so you can watch that. And yeah, if you like it, just like, comment what you think we should do for some more obstacles or whatever in the track, and just let me know what you guys think. But that's all I got for today's video, and we will see you on the next one.